Miss Mindy Honey is here from the Silver Dollar City Foundation. First of all, Mindy, tell me a little bit about what the Silver Dollar City Foundation does.
Okay. So we have two main programs. We do have some other things in the community, but we have two main programs, and both programs, I work with the 14 school districts that serve Stone and Taney counties. And so our most known program is our Care for Kids. And I actually am out and about like this week, last week, and I'm delivering checks and meeting with principals, superintendents, school counselors, and I'm taking dollars. And what we do with those dollars is we empower the schools to meet the immediate needs of students. We all know that schools have budgets and they can't use money for, like they can use money for salaries and they can use money for budgets,
Right.
or like buildings and things like that, but they can't use those dollars in those immediate needs of kids. They might have kids that show up, literally walk off the school bus in no shoes. They might know that
Tore up clothes. No lunch money.
Absolutely. They might know that those kids are going home and there's no power at that house and it might be January and stuff. I mean, so what we do is we say, here's these dollars because of the generosity of our community that supports Silver City. Here's these dollars, meet those needs. And so that's what they do is they meet the needs. It's everything from shoes, coats, utilities, water, car repairs because, mom or dad can't get to work to continue to take care of their families.
And the foundation, it's been around for a pretty long while, has it not?
26 years.
Wow, 26. So, let's see. What is so 99? 99? Wow, okay.
Yes.
All right. Wow, that is awesome. Miss Mindy, how long have you been a part of the Silver Dollar City Foundation?
Just shy of 2 years.
Wow.
But Josh, we go way back, and I've always had a heart for the kids in this community. I loved working with the school districts, and so it's very special to be on this side of not just telling the stories of the school district, but being able to help meet those needs because I see the care and compassion of those districts, and we know that there's so many needs out there. And without these dollars, either teachers were spending the money out of their pockets, but they can't afford it. I mean, especially when you think about like a car repair, utility bills can be really expensive. I mean, I know last year, Reed Spring, they used a lot of dollars because there was a long-term motel closure that happened in the fall, and then there was the apartment fire in the spring. Thousands and thousands of dollars the school was able to just go, and they were able to, on the day of the apartment fire, I heard stories of just showing up and meeting those kids. You think about those kids that are going through the worst day of their lives. And those, the teachers and the counselor and the principal, she was there and she was like, let me help you. What can I do? There's nonprofits out there doing this work, but they don't always have those buckets of money. There's like, one will run out of rent, one will run out of utility assistance. But what we do is we tell the school, you know what the needs are. You know best. You know these kids. You know these families. You know the circumstances better than any of us. You go out there and you meet those needs. And that's what they do. They literally show up where those kids are and they meet those needs.
Well, and who better to know than the schools, the one group of people that spend more time with your children or as much time with your children as you get to spend with your children.
Absolutely. I mean, literally, those teachers are spending as much time or more, especially like awake hours with those kids.
That's exactly right.
And they get to know those kids, and those kids, what a way to build a relationship. But think about what that means to that kid, that even if it's a softball club, we've heard over and over stories of kids that can't participate in band, can't participate in a sport. And we say, we're not strict with those dollars. We say, we don't care if it's a pair of cleats or if it's a new coat. We want those kids to feel just as special as every other student there. We want them to feel a part and never to feel left out. Because if you think about what that means, it means in that moment, we've heard of stories that kids that have kind of been going down the wrong road, just kind of in a depressed state, withdrawn, that a softball glove and some cleats, what that have done for kids. I heard a story of a ukulele and how that turned a girl's, like an
awesome.
8th grade girl that received a ukulele, how that turned her around and just kind of just totally changed her 8th grade year. And now how excited she is and stuff. We don't know what those are.
Exactly right. You don't know. You never really know exactly what is going to be best for an individual basis per these kids, right? And the fact that you guys do collect this money up and then just call them up and say, hey, look, we're dropping off a check. put it where it needs to go. And if you need anything else, just pick up the phone and call us.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. So Miss Mindy Honey from the Silver Dollar City Foundation is here. Mindy, where does the money come from?
So almost all of our money comes from the generosity of Silver City, Whitewater, Showboat, Branson, Bell, because the park is very, very generous. I'm their private foundation, Silver City Foundation. We are the private foundation because Silver City is so generous and loves this community so much. This is my one fundraiser of the year, though. This is the opportunity for the community to come around the foundation and say, we support Silver City. We support what you all are doing. We support the foundation, and we support our schools. And so this is an opportunity on November 7th for the community to come around and rally and just hugely make an impact and know that they're changing lives.
So this fundraiser that's coming up on November 7th, it really is one of those things. It is truly worth the price of admission. Like, it's worth the price of admission even if you were just donating to the foundation without getting anything in return, right? But the way that this works out, you guys sell tickets to come to this event. And, of course, it is Ozark Mountain Christmas and old-time Christmas out at Silver Dollar City.
Yes.
So for many years, the kickoff of the Christmas season has always been the traditional fundraiser for you guys. Tell me about this year's fundraiser, a little different than in years past.
It is. It's an all-new event.
Okay.
We're very, very excited about it. It's called an Extra Special Christmas Night. It's going to be November 7th. What is really cool about this, and we were talking about this before I went on the air, is that you get the whole experience of the park. The park will be open so you can ride the rides. You can make an entire day out of this event. It's not just a come and sit down or come and participate for a few hours. You can make an entire day of this. So the park's open from 1 to 9. And so you get just the experience of the park, which is a huge value. And then we are doing this special dine around experience. I've been working with the culinary team. And if you know Silver City Culinary,
Sam and them,
he knows what he's doing with the food.
Boy, he sure does.
Yes.
I mean, look at me here now. You already know I've had a funnel cake or 12 out there, Mindy, honey. Come on now.
Some pulled pork and that barbecue. Oh my gosh. So they are creating these dine around stations. It's not the passport. These are stations throughout the park where you can go and make an entire meal out of one station. And then you can go on, if you're still hungry, and you can go on to the next station.
Okay.
And it's going to have like savory items. Think of like baked potato, pulled pork sandwiches, ham, roast beef, things like that, and stuff. And so each of these stations are going to have multiple things that like to make a meal out of. And then we're going to have a specialty dessert. And they're working on some pretty special desserts.
Excellent.
And then specialty drinks. So you can just eat your way throughout the park. Some of the items will be just that classic that you think of as Silver City at Christmas type food. But some of them, they're coming up with some unique dishes as well. And so that's really exciting. And so they're going to be these beautiful dine around stations throughout the park.
Okay.
Of course, guests also, they'll have those VIP lanyards, so they'll feel very special throughout the day. They'll get a special showing of a Dickens Christmas Carol, which
boom,
can never see that enough. I love that.
Not only that, but I remember, I guess I was still at the newspaper, so it was probably 8 or 10 years ago, and we got a little announcement from Silver Dollar City, and it said, "Come and join us for the final year of Dickens Christmas Carol." The community did not appreciate that. Right. And I asked Brad Thomas about that a little bit later on in the year. He's like, "Well, Joshua, the community talks and Silver Dollar City listens. We're not going to take away the Dickens Christmas Carol. It has truly become a part of Christmas tradition." It really has.
It has. It's a staple. And I don't care how many times you see it over and over. It's just that special part of Christmas. And I love that story. And when you think about the story of a Dickens Christmas Carol and that change of heart and that generosity to help, I'm like, how perfect is that for this fundraiser as well? Because it is truly that generosity that changes lives when you think about that. And so they get that special opportunity to see that show, and then we're gonna send them home with the classic cinnamon bread and a special gift from the foundation. And so it's just going to be an amazing experience to feel like the extra special guest.
So how can folks purchase tickets for this event?
So yeah, it's at silvercity.com/fundraiser. And so they're going to go there. They'll be able to purchase their tickets directly. Now, I am selling the sponsorships. And so if they want to talk about sponsorships, information is on that there as well. But if they want to talk to me, I'm going to give my cell phone, and that's 417-230-2761.
Okay.
And that is my cell phone, and the information's on there, but they can call me. They can also, my email's on there. They can email me and say, hey, we want to sponsor this. That's how passionate I am. I'm like, I will talk to, I've had people call me while I'm driving down the road. I'm like, I do pull over, by the way.
Yes, you
safe.
do.
I'm safe. You know me, Joshua.
That's right.
But I will talk to anybody about the sponsorship opportunities. I would love to. What a great opportunity for businesses to come around, be a part, have their name recognized at Silver City with all those kind of guests. And then just be a part of something so amazing and so incredible.
That's right.
That's giving back to the community.
100%, y'all. So, Miss Mindy actually emailed some of the sponsor information. These rates they're very modestly priced, Mindy. A lot of times when people want presenting sponsors or gold sponsors or whatever sponsors, it's going to cost like quite a hefty sum of money. These rates are really very, very modest rates, and you get a lot of bang for your buck here as well. You get tickets to the event. Obviously, you get some social media posts and things like that. So that's pretty fun. And the individual ticket prices, all age, $175 to buy a ticket for this event. So for many years, 65 years, Silver Dollar City's been open for many years. They've been open, and it's been a staple, what we call an anchor attraction here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are people who come to Branson every year, who come several times a year just to go to Silver Dollar City. They spend 2 or 3 days at the park, right? This is one of those events that these people, these super park fans, will come out and buy tickets for, because they get that little bit of extra, right?
Yeah.
They get that little bit of extra VIP, and traditionally this has been this was called the white glove event, right? For many years, and the park was closed. And basically what you did was you bought a ticket. You came out, you gathered around, had some caroling and whatnot, had some dinner, went and saw a show, watched something else, and then you went on home. But the park was closed, right? You couldn't do anything else. Everybody stayed in a big group. This way, you get to actually go onto property and experience an old-time Christmas. 7 million lights, dude, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. But this is a great event, especially if you're a Silver Dollar City super fan, or you live here in the area and you want to be a part of an event that brings out a lot of folks in the community. There will be a lot of community leaders.
Yes.
There will be a lot of business folks out there. They know why they're there. They're there to raise money, to have a good time and raise money for a great cause.
Yeah.
So do yourself a favor and go check it out. Mindy, give out your personal cell phone number one more time. And then if you want to, give out a website where folks can find
so if they want to buy the sponsorships, I can't sell individual tickets from my phone. But if you're interested in talking to me about the sponsorship opportunities, you can call or text me. It's 417-230-2761. Or if you want to buy tickets, just go to silvercity.com /fundraiser. And there you can click on and just go ahead and purchase those individual tickets. But Joshua, you're absolutely correct. These are reasonably priced. I have an amazing presenting sponsor. The Dennis Murray family got an amazing story.
Nice.
His mom, Hazel Murray, Hazel Glass, she was a part of the park for 30 years. She dedicated her life. Dennis actually started working there when he was a student at Reed Spring, way back in the day. He is passionate about Silver City. He is more passionate about Silver City Foundation and what we do. And so he immediately, when I reached out to him and said, hey, and he was like, yes, sign me up. I want to be the presenting sponsor of this.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
I mean, what a great place we live in. You just pick up the phone and call. Yes, I'm there.
I'm there because I know what you do, and I want to help because I know that all those dollars that I'm giving to the foundation, those filter straight out. There's not that overhead. There's no administration cost because I'm fortunate. I work for the park. And then the schools don't keep any of those dollars for themselves either. When it says Care for Kids dollars, those dollars come in and they go straight back out. Every dollar of it is going straight back out to help those kids.
That's awesome. Silver Dollar City Foundation coming up November 7th, an extra special Christmas night. I added the extra.